can highlight here for Guild. I think it's important to note, and hotly contested is A-Long yet again. We saw it in the first half, but this time Guild, not only did they love to play it on their defensive side, but they also want it on their attacking side.
Guild just quick little slap in towards A-Long, and they'll take some control there, but they also have somewhat of a recessive setup with three players here in the pack who can hold for some counter-aggression from Fnatic. It's worked out. Trex and Safe get a triple between them, and now it's just Mystic and Magnum left alone. And Fnatic, the name of this round is, of course, to do as much damage as possible, try and bring down as many players from Guild as possible, but given the weapons they've got left and how potent Guild have been, not likely to be too much more than this.
Well, onto site they go, met with absolutely no one. Means that Fnatic right now, they can attempt to play this in a post-play, but as you said, as much damage as possible. That's really is the name of the game now, especially when you will see Guild. They'll be on the 9th round, they'll be staring down the barrel of hitting double digits as well. And they won't even be able to do a single lick of damage. You know, we've seen previous matches inside of other matches have been really good from the VODs that I've seen, so I think that was just a bad day at the office, of which Leo is not having.
Yeah, certainly not. He's having a great time, and you know, Guild are going to try and get a bonus round win here. If they do, this could be one of the first nails in the coffin of Fnatic. It certainly makes things feel very comfortable for Guild if you take a bonus round win in the second half, already being up. And that kill, that's certainly helping matters out. Safe with a follow-up. Spike isn't even down yet, but already they stand with 2 players to the good. And Fnatic have to try and find their way back in here. Safe goes for a little bit of an overextension into Boaster. That's going to cost him his life. As Durka begins to wrap around, he's not going to read this position of Rust. That's an easy kill for the Spectre. And now it's just Boaster and Brave left alone as they all topple. This could be a very convincing round for Guild. Already has been, but Brave, is there anything in the tank? Can he do some damage on the way out at least? Found one headshot. A little bit of recon bolting getting wrapped around from the other side. Brave just trying to fight every direction. Nano Swarm on the Spike for the time being as well. And Brave down to 6 eventually will get caught. As 10 rounds now read for Guild, and that's a bonus, guys. That gives them so much money to play with for the rest of this half.
Very intently that entire round, just with my eyes glued to the minimap, because I wanted to confirm my suspicions, is that we have seen the kill feed pop, especially when we have Guild players moving up in duos.
Which doesn't really paint a pretty picture for the rest of this. It's going to take some monumental calling out of Boaster to get back into this one, and Durka leaps forward into the attack, able to come away with one. It's a risky play. It works out really well.
I love the grab well there. That really just painted the picture nicely. Couldn't get out of that one. In fact, he dashed straight into it, and ooh, Cold Dementer heard the shots from Magnum. Was able to rip his head straight off. And yet again, where are the trades here from Fnatic? Where is their ability to be able to even the man count as the early to mid round occurs? They aren't even able to get into the late round with any kind of even playing ground, because in the early to mid round, they are not only losing players, but they are unable to trade them successfully. Outside of Russ right now, we have not seen an evening in number count from Fnatic in the past 5 rounds.
They charge their way up in towards C. Nebula's up, just locking in control. And Guild with a clean take of the site. Fnatic picking up the spoils of war. It's not the best weapon here for Boaster, but it's certainly better than what he had. But unfortunately, it's short-lived in his hands as well, because Leo around the corner makes sure that Boaster's head no longer resides on his shoulders. And now it is Mystic and Brave left in the 2 versus 4, thinking about the save call potential here. As there's not too much to write home about in terms of chances here for Fnatic. Guild just locking it down, holding down the site. Look to move forward to C just to see where they can find him. Maybe they can catch a wandering player into the crosshair, but as this time begins to tick, their chances become even slimmer of winning. Finding impact is almost impossible now as Brave gets caught in the gravity wall. It is just one, it's Mystic. He'll try his best, but even that is stopped. 11-5, Guild.
As they were able to just wipe the floor with Fnatic so far. Fnatic, if they play together as a team now, might be able to stem the flow of blood that is just absolutely flowing as a part of this massacre. But I tell you what, they're hemorrhaging at the moment and they need to stop. Whatever it is that they're doing, for me right now, it's the lack of trades, it's the lack of team play. They've got to clean it up.
Here comes the Rolling Thunder. It's going to put too much pressure on the defense to be able to hold this. Fnatic have cracked already this defense. We'll see if it holds water on the retake. Certainly didn't on the initial hold as they decide to set up what will have to be a C retake. Fnatic have certainly got the weapons to do it. Cosmic Divide is up for Guild, holding them back for the time being, and that is allowing Safe just to play in and around it, causing problems. The Operator now goes into the open, and Russ just takes down 2. It's only Brave left, and it's a 1v4 for him. He knows the new kid on the block, exciting prospect, but not much found at all. 12-5 Guild.
I am watching their credits, and oftentimes you can watch the little overlay as well. I love this little replay because, speaking of salt in the wound, that really was it with Russ's position there.
It's a panic.
You love to watch it. It is. Calculating every kind of possibility there. And speaking of possibilities, Safe says, I want to get into site, I want to get in quick. I can dash over the nanoswarm, and that he will do. And now that he has access to site, they have to hit the shots. This is Fnatic's best chance, and no, it's gone. Mystic can't hold on.
Well, Safe able to take 2 down treks. This one onto Magnum. Boaster and Brave into the 2v2. This is certainly winnable for Fnatic. In fact, it is now favoring the Fnatic side. Is Cold Dementa thrust into the 1 versus 2. He begins his wrap around. He knows that Brave is around here. Easy execution that turns it into the 1v1. It is the leader for Fnatic left in the clutch. The 1v1 for Boaster. If he wants to keep his team alive, he has to lead by example and win this clutch. Spike is down just in front of that Nebula. Cold Dementa moves towards it, collects it, and begins to back away. Nebula fades away. Boaster not claiming the info, but decides that the most likely play is for him to have collected that spike and make his way to a different site. So Boaster's trying to get ahead of the curve, but Cold Dementa is outbranding the leader. He's going back, and he's going right back to the C site. And Boaster's not B. So this is going to be a plant opportunity for Cold Dementa.
A brilliant bit of bait and switch there. Boaster assumes he's picked it up, rotated over to B. No confirmation of a body on B, so he thinks, what about A? Maybe that's an opportunity for me. And as he places down his stars, surely Boaster has heard this. He can hear the spike being planted. He knows it's not on B, and as he has to make his way over, he has utility to play with here. This is the great thing. Out of all the players on the side of Fnatic right now, he has that Rolling Thunder. He has a flash to play with as well. If he plays this smart, he can do this.
He has the fault line. Rolling Thunder alongside of it. They start to wrap around. Cold Dementa ships in the night as he transfers over towards the garage. There goes the gravity wall. Boaster's looking the wrong way, but he's got into the corner, and that's going to be a comfortable angle for him to hold for the time being. But now Cold Dementa's moved into the fight. Tap again. Oh, he's betting it out. Cold Dementa now locked in and swings for the headshot. Guild will take map 1, 13-5 versus Fnatic. Their map pick will not go their way as Guild show us they're here to play.
What an absolutely satisfying match to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously not if you're a Fnatic fan, of course. People are going to be sitting there going, what are you on about, Jess? But when you are watching it from Guild's perspective, it was